Forge. It's a level 1 paladin spell. I didn't tell you about.
It's part of my archetype.
Fair enough.
Plot,
He doesn't
plot,
have
holy
one.
plot.
It gives me a plus 50 to all Forge related mysteries.
It's
Well, you
like
studied
I had
the
to invest
blade, I
4
studied the
feats
forge.
and like 20,000 gold to get this build, but
Yeah.
I solved Forge mysteries really fast.
Yeah.
It's a forgery.
It requires 17 charisma for no reason. And weapon focus Forge.
Can you just imagine hitting someone over the head with a forge?
Anvil as
Yeah,
a
it's
foil.
with a, Roadrunner.
I cast
Yeah,
Comedy
Roadrunner.
Anvil from Wile E. Coyote shorts, where the anvil falls from the sky and falls on the enemy's head.
I cast Looney Tunes.
Your patron is Acme.
Let's see here. So when we left off, you guys were still in the archives looking for. The problem is, I'm not entirely positive exactly where we lost the stream before. So I'm trying to think of how much recap we need to do for anyone that's following along. You guys had gone to the stream. You'd found out that, into the archives and found out that there used to be a forge in Pine Harbor that crafted magic items. When they were moving it between Pine Harbor and Good Hope, they were attacked by dwarves who took not only the forge, but Journeyman Bren, killed a couple of the other adventurers. And that happened about 332 years ago. No, 632. So, yeah, 330 some years ago.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, no. If it's the same guy that was there when if it would have been
It was his son that was marked.
Pine Harbor was formed like 600 years ago.
Yeah, it was
So it's about 40 years later.
Yeah, you're right. About 40 years later.
So it's about 550 for rounding.
Okay.
So I think we also mentioned wanting to look at where the last adventuring group that was in Good Hope before us,
Yeah.
to see if those attacks were still happening and where they were headed to when they ended up disappearing.
Okay. So that was 50 some years ago. So you bring up one of the things, scan through until you find, and Harrison and his team left today. They heard from the group out of Pine Harbor that someone is attacking any sort of trade between the Citadel and there, mostly to take people. I wish them luck. I hope everything goes fine for them. They only have another couple of weeks before they're done with their apprenticeship. And then, there's a bunch of normal notes and everything. But about a month later, they're like, strange that Hersham has still not come back. We're beginning to worry. And then you go for another couple months and Hersham never returned. I fear for the worst. The guild has not sent a replacement. We're sending a group of the boys to the Pine Harbor to see if they can find out what's going on. A couple days later. We should have had the group from Pine Harbor back by now, but they never returned. don't think I'm going to send anyone else and just wait for the guild to send us replacements. A couple months later, I don't think the guild is sending us replacements. I hope everything's okay. It's weird that Hersham never returned. It's weird that the boys never came back from Pine Harbor. We were sending 10 of them. I know that things happen in between, but 10 strapping lads with axes should have been able to beat through something enough to get somebody through. A year later, another journal. We're starting to think that maybe the guild doesn't exist anymore. Thank the gods. May they rest in peace. For the Angel Stone. No more about the guild in that journal. If you go forward about 5 years, it's a new set of handwriting.
So was the previous one like one of Belinda's parents?
Grandparent.
Okay.
This would be her father that's writing. Welcomed my daughter Belinda to the world today. Wish she would been born when the guild still existed. At least we have the Angel Stone. We'll be fine here, but it's such a small world for her. 5 miles, we don't dare to leave. She'll be ruling this place someday. At least I know we'll all be safe, but I don't know. And like the entry ends on I don't know, and then it picks up a couple days later. Apparently being a father makes you introspective. I'm happy for my daughter. And I'm sure she'll read this someday. And it's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. And I'm sure that everything will be fine. It just, there's such a wide world. And hers will only be 5 miles across. And that's the last thing that you see anything about, like, the guild in any of the notes. Until, well, actually, no, Belinda's book would still be in her office.
Wow. So Belinda's entire life until us has been with no guild presence.
Correct.
And her parents.
Yeah.
Like her grandparents were the last ones to.
Like her
Maybe.
dad was still
Her parents were
alive.
like little kids or something.
No. Her dad was when her dad was an adult. Belinda's in her 40s. So her dad was an adult and ready to take over from his father when Hersham and his party left. His somewhere between when the guild never sent replacements, about 5 years later, Belinda was born. But in between there, Belinda's grandfather had stepped down and Belinda's father had become mayor of the town. And then about 15 years ago, as you're looking through the books, Belinda took over from her father as mayor. And he died 5 years ago.
Well, unfortunately, none of her family members are still around to ask them about those guild members, but this is something. I mean, she maybe have heard stories, but
This is
this is
close as we're gonna get.
yeah, this is more than she'll probably be able to tell us.
I mean, the only two people we know of in town that had first-hand experience with these people are Driscoll and Carl. And we can only ask so much because we don't really want to get into the whole Angel Stone stuff until she tells us it's okay. and hopefully was something more.
There's one other person who was alive back then.
You think Brunor's heard of this guy?
Yeah.
Well,
Bruno?
if we ask him, I mean, he figured, rival Smith coming to town, he might have some thoughts.
Bruno's not that old. Bruno's only like 100. He remembers the other adventurers. He remembers the 50 years, but he was essentially a child when contact with the guild was lost.
or whatever.
He was, yeah. I mean, dwarves. 300 years is 2-3 generations for dwarves. Like even his father wasn't alive back then. I mean,
He may know about
he may know the the legend.
how a forge like this works
Yeah.
better. But if we talk to him, it's gonna have to be you two.
Also, keep in mind,
Yeah,
his
no,
father
I'm
was an
fine.
adventurer who retired here. Like, he was assigned to Good Hope and retired, lived as the blacksmith, eventually died of old age. Bruno took over the shop.
Well, I think the logical thing to do now is probably to sleep, like have spend a night in town, and then after that head out tomorrow morning to wherever this plateau is to try and have a look around.
We have to wait for the stone to recharge.
No, I mean, do we need the stone?
I figure, we cleared that path already.
It's
We
better
don't.
be safe than sorry.
We did pretty fine before without it. We don't have to protect
Yeah,
any
but we had
regular people.
But we also had an idea of where we were going before. We
I
don't
guess
now.
that's fair. I guess we can spend a week in town waiting around and building, spend the time building up the church, building up the parsonage, and then after that we can head out.
Yeah, you guys are looking, just to get to that plateau from the table map, at a journey of a solid 80 to 90 miles, depending, maybe further, depending on how north you want to go on the tableau. That's just to get you right to the tableau.
And in that interim, if maybe we can try and, I don't know. We only have so much information here, so I mean we can ask. I don't even know what we would ask.
Just to tell us about them, what they were like, and I don't know what they could do.
True.
We can, I don't know,
I mean,
maybe see if we can find clues based on.
What, 57 years ago, they would have been our age. A little older because they would have just been finishing. So they would be what, late 60s, early 70s?
If they're still alive, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, but also they were going to get rid of those, whoever was attacking.
I mean, if they bailed on the village, then they would have just gone back to the Citadel or somewhere else.
I don't know if they would have just gone back, because if you break your bond, you get, your stone turns black, and that kind of fucks you over.
Sure. I guess just the odds of them being in the area still would seem.
Well, yeah, like I'm not holding out
unlikely.
that they're still alive. I'm more thinking maybe they weren't, maybe they were taken along,
No,
because I mean, we go back to like with the group that went over to Pine Harbor, and that someone was taken rather than killed, if that's a pattern, and maybe those attacks have stopped over the last 57 years because there were no adventurers, so there wasn't any travel in between.
I mean, if somebody's powerful enough to kidnap a bunch of adult adventurers, then, that's probably not going to be a simple task for us either.
Yeah, I just... How much choice do we have right now? Really?
Something I want you to consider, and I think you guys are like tied in enough to like guild stuff, having gone through the academy and everything, to like that your characters would know this. At least there is that the world in which the previous adventuring party, Hersham's party, does not compare at all into where you guys are at, because there had been centuries of adventurers cleaning the area out. And it's had 57 years for monsters to move back in. So, even though Hersham and his party would go out, they would not necessarily be that high of a level, because most of it would just be walking around empty woods. They weren't having the experiences that you guys have had. So, like, don't think
I was
that
just
this
thinking
is...
I was thinking if they abandoned the village, that
Oh.
they would have had to be in constant danger and gotten, if they were alive, they would be a lot stronger now.
Yeah, no, that's probably fair. But I didn't want you to think that just because they were about to graduate that, like, they were, like, 10th level powerhouses or something. You guys have probably already fought as many monsters as they fought in the first year.
Got it. Okay, so I think the logical step then is we'll wait a week, we'll finish building up the church and the parsonage, and then once the week is over, we can head out with the remnants of the Angel Stone Shard, and go explore at the plateau. I think that makes the most sense. What does everyone think?
Yeah. And in the meantime, in the week, I don't know, maybe we should talk to Mr. Elf dude in the woods and just
Sure.
pick his brain. He's been around the longest.
All right.
Dude,
Questions if was that like an 80,
Hey,
90
wait.
miles? We
What
need
if
need to have food.
You can get food from the inn. You just got to put the
what
order
if
in
his
advance.
son was taken by those same dwarves?
Oh, you mean like
What?
the Smith guy?
Oh, the guy's son. I thought you were talking about the literal
Driscoll's
son.
Driscoll's son.
I
No,
thought you were talking
that's
about
a
like
whole
the
different
biggest
thing.
guy. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. It's possible.
I mean, so
I guess we'll figure out when we get there.
there's like dwarves like kidnapping people. Is that like confirmed? Do we know that?
Well, like they said they looked different in the records. They said they were like grayer.
Give me a local check.
$18.
24.
There are legends that you've heard back at the academy about gray dwarves. Some legends even say that, like, when the dwarves were created, they were stolen by their creator, God's brother, and the creator God saved them, but some were left with his brother. Some say another god stole them. Some say they just got corrupted. But either way, they're called Duergar. And even before the fall, they were legendarily evil. You don't know if this is real or not. This is just like legends that you've heard. So, if they were Duergar, the legend said that they were slavers, that they would raid the surface for slaves to work in their mines. They were gray. I mean, gray dwarves is what they were called, so it fits the bill.
All right, so that's useful information. I think we should go to the tavern, have a nice night in. I think we haven't relaxed in a while. And then this week, I'm mostly going to be working on fixing up the church and the parsonage.
Just let me know when you need help.
But if y'all, if there's something specific we need to do during the week, like 7 days is a lot of time. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, was a show.
okay.
I'll try and start. I'll do more research. Try and start stockpiling some scrolls.
Can go help those guys mill the wood for the thing.
Sick.
All right.
So my brain juice has definitely run out by now, so I'm going to collapse into a pile of anti-strength.
Oh, ow!
Drinks!
I got her.
Drinks!
I got her. And I was just gonna like sling over my shoulder.
Zuzaba!
All right, so you
God,
guys
the way you're acting, it's like you're pre-gamed.
head to the tavern. It is Sunday night. Tomorrow's Moon Day, holy day to Pellis. However, because tonight is a night where there was no work today, the tavern's actually pretty full.
Hey.
Your normal table in the back is available. Let's see here.
I should give one of these to the bartender.
Are
One
there
of-
any cool tales of our accomplishments being spouted?
Well, no. However, as you sit down, one of I can't remember the barman's daughter or name,
Me neither.
but rather than look it up, I'll just drive on. But one of his daughters brings over a tray of mugs of ale.
Thank you so much.
And she's like, she points across the bar, and Tedric's sitting there. He raises his ale to you guys.
Love you.
What'd you put in this?
I put sriracha.
Damn, dude.
Sriracha ale.
You really loaded it up.
It's very tasty. Sometimes when you put tomato juice and celery and
Ugh.
celery salt.
Mom used to always do that. It was so
in
gross.
beer.
No, you use vodka instead.
Yeah.
Or gin, actually, if you want the proper drink.
The juniper berries do add a nice taste.
I feel we should be building up, some sense of community. I don't know how to do this here.
I don't know. What do they do? And aren't you supposed to
Pay
like
for fun.
buy everyone a drink or something? But that seems kind of like we don't.
I'm already
we have the
paying
money
these
for
people
that.
a lot of
Yeah,
money.
yeah. We need to like hold on. Like the whole point, we got to pay the guild back at some point. But I don't know. What do we do? What do we do for fun? How do we raise spirits?
By drink.
Arms lift up the ale, and she's going to make a toast. And she's going to say, first one for the angel stone, second one for the harvest grown, third to warm you to the bone, and then don't stop until you're prone.
Right.
Yeah!
Hey, there you go, Al. Oh,
Who wants to arm wrestle?
You got like 3 guys at once trying to arm wrestle you.
I put my arm on the table, and look, I'm not even gonna. This is no enhancement. I'm gonna
Opposed
be
strength check time.
Yeah, do three in a row.
What's your strength?
20 normally
There's a lot of guys that like
with no.
are in shouting distance, but the only time you lose all night is at like a 3-to-1 odd, or 3-to-1 of them, like 3 of them pushing against you.
When all 3 of them have my arm like this close to being down, I just activate rage for just like, just like a second, so they don't know I've like mastered the ability to just like activate it without having to like lose it. So I'm just like, and then all 3 of them.
Yeah, your other big advantage is that like your arm is like 50% longer than theirs because you're just so big.
They can, yeah.
You've got all the leverage advantage.
Who's next?
Verity is doing her classic party thing, is twiddling the tattoo pen, just like. Anybody want one?
Hey, should we update the table map?
Oh yeah, no, I've been doing that. I've been doing that regularly.
I thought you've been doing it on a real map.
I do it on both. I mean, we got
Oh.
the table map, and then we got the other map.
I guess I never seen you come in here to carve on it, but oh yeah, that's right. There's the lizard folk village. I
Yeah.
see. Should we tell him about the rhubarb thing?
Rhubarb is fucking nasty. Absolutely not.
Somebody might like it. I don't know. Maybe somebody's not into beef. You know? What should we drop the recipe? And just be like,
can
hey,
offer
make
it.
this.
I don't want rhubarb.
Used to be
so,
really
like,
popular
I-
back in the day.
Did it have a recipe? Because I don't think it did. I don't.
Well, you'll figure it out.
The
It was-
mayor at
it
the
was
time
just
was
like
not that
vegetable
fond of it. So
No, we gotta bring it back. Maybe that guy he seemed to have marital problems more than soup problems.
Well,
No,
no,
he-
he didn't have any, and then he was happy once he did.
Yeah, but because she didn't make rhubarb.
I was like, he didn't have marital problems. He was a single guy that couldn't cook, and then met somebody who could, and then he was happy.
I thought he was married to somebody who
No.
only made rhubarb, and then he got married to someone who didn't make
No, no,
rhubarb.
no. Single guy couldn't cook. Ate every night at the tavern. The
I was
tavern
reading over your
owner
shoulder.
couldn't cook. So
My bad, I was reading over your shoulder. These bar nuts are good.
You are absolutely housing them.
Oh yeah, I haven't eaten since we got in a fight the other day. It was crazy.
You didn't eat in the morning.
How have you not eaten? You're like bigger than the rest
I
of
woke
us.
up late. We were in a hurry. I haven't had time. And exactly, I
but,
need
like,
a lot.
But if you had
Hence
asked
the
for
housing.
a snack, we would have gotten you a snack.
I don't like to make it a big deal.
Plus, with even having to fight you
We,
You left
you
your breakfast
are
on the
allowed
ground.
to express
And yeah,
your
you made me
needs,
puke up the
Dominic.
last like 3 days combined. So I really, I just hit me all at once. I'm so hungry. Anyway.
You're still technically growing, probably.
That's
All
crazy.
right.
Yeah, Dame. When do you want to get started on the church?
As soon as the milling is done, so in 2 days, I'll build the church up. After that, I'll need to go pray to consecrate it again.
Where are those orphans staying again?
I think they're staying with Belinda.
Yeah.
they're not. They actually are with an older couple that didn't have any children. So this farm, or the farm that they're staying at, probably would have gone into like, this happens sometimes, people just can't have kids, and like they get old and eventually the farm goes and they don't have anyone to leave it to. So like a second or third son on a different farm will
Family.
take it over. Yeah,
Hey, well, there you go. We're made moves towards solving the whole cousin problem.
yeah. By bringing in four
Well,
kids,
I'm glad-
like
I'm glad
We're
that
10 years,
they-
10, 15 years from now, the cousin
I'm glad
problem
they
will be a
kept
little
them all
bit better.
together.
Yeah,
I'm glad
let's
they
go.
kept them all together.
Should we go check on him later? Not tonight, but
Well,
in
oh
a
yeah,
week.
because we
I'll
probably
go
should-
hang out with them a little bit and play with
True.
them. But I don't know. Damn, how you feeling?
I'm feeling okay.
When's your first official service gonna be?
I guess whenever the thing is done.
Do you want us to go?
Don't have to.
We will. We'll go. We'll sit in the front, or I'll sit in the front.
Shit. I mean, even if it's not necessarily a thing, like you've put a lot of work into it, you deserve to like be seen.
You gonna wear a robe?
No, you just
I
wear
don't-
the armor.
It'd be cooler if you wore a robe.
You just wear the armor.
Yeah. Brigitte does come up and say, "Hello, Damien. Very
Hello.
excited to hear more about Pellis. When's the first service going to be?"
Whenever the church is done.
Oh, I was hoping that you were going to start sooner than that.
No, I have to have a place to do it, and the structure right now is very unsafe.
Couldn't you do it
not
outside?
recommend. Hmm?
Do you need to do it at the church? Could you not do it outside?
Yeah. No,
Palace
should be
will
done in
only be
church.
done in a church?
it's preferable.
Brigida, you want to join us at
Oh.
our table? We're just hanging out.
Sure.
There's a spot right next to Damien. I have to go to the bathroom anyway. You can sit here.
Okay. So,
Yeah, what's up?
like, does Palace approve of drinking? I guess because you're
Yeah.
drinking.
No, it's all cool.
What
It's
are
not really-
what are followers of Palace not allowed to do?
Killing innocent people,
Oh,
doing
okay.
evil things, doing bad
Okay.
things.
What's
You
a
only allowed to
bad
do
thing?
Good or medium things. Torture, or unnecessary torture. If there's a good reason to torture someone, that's okay. But bad torture isn't allowed.
What's like good torture?
Like, if there's a goblin who like kidnap children and are going to boil them, and you don't know where the children are kept, so you torture that goblin to know where the children are kept, then it's good torture.
So it's good torture as long as you're doing it to an evil person.
No, as long as you're doing it for a good purpose. To an evil person. It has to be both. You can't just do it to an evil person for no reason. There has to be like a reason why.
Okay. What
like,
do I?
just generally, like, you seem to be an ethical person. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
You're killing it.
What should I wear to service?
Clothes.
I don't have to wear fancy clothes.
No, you just wear whatever. It's a very chill religion. The only thing you need to do is be willing to sacrifice yourself for the good of others, but not literally sacrifice unless it's necessary. Like, go out of your way to help people. Like, if someone has a headache, you go out of their way to get them headache medicine or something.
Okay. Okay. I'm really, really interested in Palace.
I'm glad. You're the first person who's ever demonstrated interest, so I'm kind of psyched out right now.
What you did for Tedrick was so amazing.
I do my best.
Like,
Everyone helped, though.
I've never seen anything
Alice
like
helped.
that.
And, it's
So,
magic.
You're right. Alice did help
Alice helped a lot, and Verity too.
with.
And also Dominic and Borum.
I don't know that Ellis would still be here, but you did Tedrick all on your own.
I tried to keep him alive.
Like, I didn't think that kind of magic existed any longer.
Yeah, it's
But-
kind of crazy how if you just believe in something really hard, you get magic powers. But
I'd like to get magic powers.
me too. Like more. I'm sure I could help you learn.
How do you
wanna
get
learn how to
magic
stand
power?
things? Well, first you need to be really devoted, and then you need to train for years with weapons, and then you need to be chosen by the god. That's the hard part. That's just luck.
There is a more traditional route as well.
The only way that
Yeah.
I'll get chosen is luck.
Books.
Well, no, it's you
There-
need to be
there's-
like really devoted. Like you need to demonstrate the exemplary virtues of the god.
She like grabs your hand, but it's not in like a coming on to you way this time, but more than like, I need you to know, Damien,
Yeah,
that I am very dedicated to Palace. What
I'm
you've
glad.
done is amazing, and I would give
thank you. It's very
anyone
nice.
for Palace.
No, you shouldn't do that.
I would sacrifice
No. No,
anyone
Ellis
for
says-
Palace.
No, that's not how that works. You misunderstood everything I said. You weren't listening.
It has
It's
to be
inner
yourself.
sacrifice. It's your own needs and desires must be put aside for the good of the community. If you're sacrificing other people, you're doing the opposite.
I
Even
see.
if it's for Bellas. So it needs to be inward, but it can't be like self-hating. You still have to strive to support yourself because you're also a person. But if push comes to shove, you need to be ready to help other people no matter the cost.
Okay. Give up all my hopes and desires. Or not
No.
desires, just
That
desires.
is not what I said. That is not what I... You need to come to church a lot, and then maybe you'll figure it out. But Like, don't rush into any decisions here. You need to take your time and like listen.
When did you know
Here,
that
I have
Pellis was
and
the god for you?
He's gonna pull out a back of like the first book he found all those years ago in the library. He says, "Here, I stole this from the library. Read this and I'll explain to you the basics."
You stole that from the library?
Yeah.
You can't.
Sorry,
do
I don't
that.
respect. The librarians were consistently mean to me because I had a learning disability. I have
didn't
no
know
respect to that
Sorry.
institution. Here you go. Here's a book. Read it. It's a good book. Don't do anything. Don't do anything bad. Just like focus on do everything you normally do. Everything you showed to me was you are a reasonable, kind, wonderful human being. Keep living your life that way.
She's got like
Maybe
the book in both hands.
put like a little bit of
Oh,
extra
no.
effort to help out your neighbors whenever you have the opportunity. But like, don't do anything bad. Only good things, like you normally would, because you've been living in this community for 30-something years, and it's clear that you're a kind and wonderful person. And Mike, don't ruin the fact that I finally have someone who likes this religion and turns into a crazy cult member. I'm begging you. You seem to be a kind and reasonable person. Just, put a little bit more God in your life.
I have to roll a die.
Yes.
I'm trying to do something good.
Can
Like,
we-
When a
need
Targaryen is
another to
born,
make
the
it
gods
work.
flip a coin. Oh, okay.
That's good. That's the higher number. It's the higher number. That means it's good. That's a rule.
Green.
That's a rule. Roll the 2, not a 1. That's the rule.
All right. Excuse me. Ba.
Right then is when Dominic comes back from peeing.
I know.
I guess as she's like getting up to,
What's her name again?
Brigitte. B-I-R.
So like Bridget, kind of.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's her deal? Let's sit back down next
she's
to you.
just a big fan of Pellas, and she's learning.
Big Pellas, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did I miss?
Well, hopefully, that worked. You've been working really hard with it all.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing my best.
All right.
I'm sure this will work out fine.
She was licking her lips when she walked away.
Well, I'm
How
a young,
drunk
illegible
was
bachelor.
she?
I'm a young, illegible bachelor.
Illegible or eligible?
Yeah, a legend.
Both.
I'm pretty.
Yeah,
She's
that's
just a
right,
little
buddy.
old for me. Not that she's not gorgeous.
A
she's
little?
just,
I'm just fucking with you, dude. I don't care. Like, what are they gonna do? Tell the guild?
I don't think the guild would care. This is for me.
Okay.
She's
Well,
not-
Preference.
Yeah. Okay. Anything...
who is Tegwin to her?
Who's Tedwin to her? Her brother.
Yeah. Okay.
And he seems fine.
Yeah,
He's
no,
a
like...
normal.
He's like, I'm not interested, but thank you.
How?
I mean, he's
was
appreciative.
Yeah, he's like, thank you for the help, but I don't want all
Was
that.
she drunk at all?
No.
Okay.
I'm used to drunken older women. It's okay.
Hey, don't.
Hmm?
Who are you? Don't talk about mom like that.
I was talking out of character.
All right. Anything else you
Oh,
guys want to
fuck
do
her.
at the tavern that night?
Headlock right now.
Uh,
What is there to do in the tavern besides drink and eat? And-
Very little.
Shoot the
Talk to
shit.
people, but I'm just wondering if we can switch to the next day.
Fillet.
Yeah, I think we're good to
Oh,
switch to the next
yeah.
one.
Okay.
well, when I'm very drunk, I actually
Not
want
on
to
the
pull
map.
Dominic outside, and I want to like, come with me. I want to show you something.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm
You
gonna
guys-
pull Dominic
it's like a-
aside, and I'm going to go into like, lead him into like a field, not like full of weed, but just like an open area.
What's happening?
So
So was
all right. I'm very drunk. All right, here's the flag. No, I figured it out. So we had the system of nuts, and it's like 1 nut and 2 nut. But also, there's like another way I'm thinking about doing this. Okay, so I'm going to throw a bomb at you.
Oh, you're talking about like let's come up with the okay. You want to do this?
yeah.
Now? This
Yeah, I'm
is
doing
the bad
it.
time. We're
I
both
have
not
I have
done.
an idea. So I've been working on
Hold
this
up.
for a few days.
Okay, so if what should I do if I am totally fine with you throwing anything?
Is 2 nuts.
Is 2 nods.
Yeah,
Up,
1
down,
nut
up, down.
is you get the fire, but you don't get the bleh.
Yeah,
You don't
1 nod
poke.
is non puke bombs
Yes.
only. Also, why do you have? I mean, I guess they work pretty well, but like,
It's
It's like-
stuff all the buttons and
do you,
stuff.
what kind of bombs do you got? Actually, you got the fire ones. You got the
So
puke
they
ones.
all do fire because that's just how you have to make the bombs so they
Okay.
go boom.
But like,
but-
what other special ones you got?
I have the ones that can like with all the mushroom spores, and then they are very
What do
useful
those do?
for. Those are the ones that make you very sick.
Okay. So
And
these
then
are-
I also have just ones that can release a sort of cloud of smoke, and that is useful for getting away from
like
the
hiding.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
cool.
Yeah.
And that's it for now, or you
That's all I have figured out for now. But I want to show you something. So I hope
Okay.
we are very excited to test the nuts again because I want to try. I just want to show you this. So I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah,
Or do
I'm
you want me
going
to
to
stand?
first drink or like use touch injection on a delay poison.
Do I need to?
potion.
Do I need to hold out my arm?
No. It's just for me. So I drink the potion, and then I want to say. So the way this works is it induces a kind of hematidrosis, right? And so
I don't
what
know.
comes from my bloodstream is able to come out of the eccrine sweat glands, and so I'm able to drink something, and then I'm able to touch you with the thing that I just drank.
You're gonna
Right?
sweat into me.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, you are understanding. So I'm going to throw this bomb at you, and you're going to be sick for a little bit, but you will not throw up because you are very strong. Okay, here we go.
Oh, hold on.
Throw a bomb at
Well, I'm already.
Dominic.
I fully flinch. Like, okay, so it like cracks like on my chest or
Yeah.
something,
So
and then what
can
happens?
you please make a fortitude save at DC 19?
Oh my god. Hold on. Does okay? Rage does not boost fort saves. 18.
Perfect.
Hold
Also, you are very sick. And so I'm going to the run up, and I'm going to just touch Dominic, and I will give him the delay poison, and then he will not be sick anymore.
For now.
For now. It will really last a couple
It's
of
gone.
seconds,
I
but yeah,
feel
it will
I
last.
feel just the same as before.
It's very useful, and I'm working on trying to make it very quicker. But for
That's
now,
crazy.
it'll take a little bit of time. But
Why does it
I
have to
think-
be your sweat though?
That's I'm science.
It has to like go in me. I mean, it's fine. It's just like salt and water or
mean,
whatever.
Yes, I thinking that if we are going to be adventuring together, that I'm going to be.
Yeah.
We'll be sweating on each other a lot. I'm thinking.
So,
I didn't mean it that
if-
way, but it's like,
I know what you mean.
Can you
I
carry
know.
me home? I'm so very.
Yeah, I got you. Wait, so like, if we work out, is this like, can I just like go forever as long as you sweat on me or something? Or is this just for like pukey sick?
It will work for any poisons, and it will last. So, like, if you are
Okay.
poisoned, then you will not be poisoned or sick or anything for like hours.
Oh, will I get poisoned after it's like it wears off?
If the poison lasts that long, like if it's a long poison, but
Damn.
my poisons do not. They just in the nostrils, but so they last.
Well, this is.
seconds. But
I mean, that's
I'm
cool.
working on
but
it. It's a
but like
science.
before we head back, so 2 nods is throw anything.
Yeah, two
1
nods-
nod is only non-sick stuff, just explosion fire. I can take
Yeah, yes, exactly.
I can take the damage, and then
Shake your head. So-
shake heads
so-
for don't
yeah.
throw anything.
Yeah, 2 nods, I don't fuck you. 1 nod, I fuck you a little bit, and 2 nods, I really fuck you.
And you
right?
you no, and then no shake head is don't fuck me.
Yeah,
at
don't
all.
fuck you at all.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think that's good.
good.
All right.
Yeah, good. Now carry me home.
And then I carry Alice back to the bar probably because to go get them.
Okay.
Hey,
After that
Hello, we
conversation
just
on
awkwardly
consent,
sat here.
I always figured out a sweat thing.
Yeah.
Let's go to bed. There's like 4 people here now. It's
We're
getting
4
weird.
people.
Yeah, we were waiting for you guys.
We were just awkwardly sitting here in silence.
No one
I
told
was
you
in
to
the
wait.
field fucking with Dominic.
What?
What were you doing with Dominic?
Sweating.
I'm not gonna ask any questions, and I'm just going to go to...
God, we're so fucking messy.
Yeah, it was going. It was
Did you
like
use protection?
No, actually, I just kind of let it happen.
Are you alright? Do I need to beat up Alice?
No, I'm good. It was like
Okay.
just got a little sweaty. That's all.
I'm gonna go to bed. Goodbye. And he's just gonna walk out, just in straight. He wasn't even drinking that much. He's just been frazzled.
What's
He's
his
gonna
deal?
walk home.
I thought we were being very clear.
We are so messy. We are such a messy group. Oh my fucking god.
Oh, we're
Wait,
just
I don't have-
practicing.
I'm going to bed. God damn it.
And then I look like they're gone. I just look at Alice like, what is a little target practice amongst friends? This is
Yeah, I thought it was
tactics,
fine.
you know.
I don't know why they're also.
They're
upset.
being
I think-
weird.
I think they have their sexual tension is coming out. I think.
Yeah, they seem like they're projecting, but
Yeah.
but they do have a good idea in that we should go home.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Keep carrying me.
I'm just gonna take this big ball of nuts. This is mine now.
No, you deserve it. I made you throw up some of the nuts. You take the nuts.
Walk over. Ooh, it's so good.
All right, so you guys go home and go to bed. Alice, you are woken up in the middle of the night.
God.
You feel a connection through like the mycelial network, right? Like
Okay.
you're drunk off your ass, and sleeping, and in your head, like as you go to sleep, you're like, Forge. And you have a dream that you see a silver anvil, which is odd, right? Like, because anvils are made out of like pig iron. Silver's not that heavy, like strong of a metal. And then you realize that's your drunk brain telling you this is a mithril anvil. And like you realize that you're seeing this through a mushroom. And then like zap, you're at a different position. Also mushroom, just like a hallway, and like you're underground, but you're in like a finished hallway. This is not a cave. Zap. Now you're like closer to like an entrance. You can see sunlight coming through it. Zap. You're in like a forest. And through the forest, you can see like large escarpments going up almost vertically, and like an ornate archway with like stone door, double door actually, with 2 handles, and you see like wham. You can still see the escarpment off in the distance, and you hear running water. And then you wake up. Hung the fuck over.
Okay. Well, last thing I saw is water, so I think I need some water. And so I'll go find that first, and then I think I'm going to first go to Verity, and I'm not sure what our sleeping arrangement is. In
Our
the
rooms are
parsonage.
probably next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna go in with the intention of telling Verity about what I just dreamt. But now that I'm approaching the room, I first want to sneak in and I want to take the spell book and kind of look through it again. I feel like that's, you're hungover, but you're not fully sober. So I'm gonna try and root around for that first, just to like look for something. Maybe even the diary. There's a diary, wasn't there?
Give me a stealth check.
I will gladly. That is a 22.
I would say that you probably are able to root around Verity's room without waking her up.
Okay.
Roll a d6.
Roll a d6.
Roll a d6.
Did you put a
What does that
Did you
mean?
put a trap on the
No.
Okay.
This is for what you get.
This is a 1.
You find the map making book.
Okay. So I have the map. Can I look again? Do I have to go to a stealth check? What do I have to do?
Give me a perception check first.
Me?
No, Alice.
Okay.
Ooh, that's really good. Okay, so you see, like, as you get ready to look for another book, you're used to Verity's shadow doing some weird shit. But this time it, like, looks like it's, like, rising up the wall into, like, a humanoid shape with, like, its arms crossed just looking at you.
Eyes won't tell if you won't tell.
Well, it's two-dimensional, so it can't actually, like, be, like, any sort of moves. But,
Well, I don't know how to interact with shadows, so I'm going to apply the age-old scientific principle of if I can't see it, it can't see me. So I'm going to kind of like turn my back to it and keep rifling.
Verity!
What?
Alice is going through your stuff. I tried to tell her no, but she didn't listen.
Al. Come here. Come here.
busted?
You're still asleep.
No,
Fetch.
I'm not.
Yeah, hello. I wasn't going through your stuff. I was looking for a cushion to sit down because I have lots of things to tell you about my bad dreams.
You still have the map making book like in like next to you. When you dropped it, it opened to a page showing Verity's like own copy of the table map. And you see a waterfall next to part of the tableau.
Oh, okay, yes. No, this is all. Oh my god, no, maybe there are gods in fate. Oh, this is really conflicting with a lot of opinions that I have. Okay, so, all right. Good morning.
Yeah, did
I
you
have
want, like,
something
a
to
hug
talk
or
to you about.
something?
Yeah, no. So I have been among the mushrooms. And
Okay.
yeah, I don't know how to explain that. It's I'm not drunk.
You
But-
okay? For a second, you've never questioned this. Well, you have, but like not in like a way you're scared anyway. So
Oh no, I'm very much questioning among the mushrooms. I have no idea what this was, but this is part of the scientific process. But I had some quite vivid dreams where I was bouncing between the mushrooms and seeing out of somehow visionary experiences of the fungi. But that is all, as you say, to me nonsense. But okay, so I had various visions of going through caverns and then emerging, and there were large gates, and there was a waterfall. And I think that this page on this map that shows this waterfall is very important, and where we should be looking for the anvil, because the anvil is also very much a part of these dreams. That is, it is made of mithril.
Wait. Do you want to show me?
Oh yeah.
Ah, fuck yeah. All right, give me an hour, and I gotta prep my spells.
Okay, why don't you prep in the other room so I can keep remembering in here?
Yeah, no, you're not gonna do that. And I made it a little fun for you, as you can see, because I rebound all my books to have the same covering and be the same size.
Oh, but I was very much looking for this book to show you the waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am nothing but coordinated.
Oh yeah, no, it's just all the coincidences, and still the fact that I would let you just look at my spell book if you just asked.
Yeah, I mean that. I know that, but I was not looking for the spell book. I was looking for both the map and the pleasure of your company, as I always do. I do love you. I do love you very much.
I love you too, Al.
Why don't you go in the other room and prepare your spell, and I'll just keep here and
No,
protect
I
your
think
room.
I'll prep my spells in here, mainly because I kind of have to do it in dim light, and I set the lighting up in my room specifically for that purpose. Because I knew I was not going to get up early like I normally do.
Okay. Well, I will just be in the
So you can look at the map,
Mm-hmm.
but you can do it while I'm in here, and I'm going to be doing my spells, and Perdit will also be watching you.
Well,
I don't think Perdit sleeps. I don't know. I can't tell.
This is a very interesting scientific question. But either way, you've already promised that I can look for your spell book, so I'm just going to look for your spell book if that's okay. I mean, if you're offering.
Well, I'm going to be using my spell book.
Well, let's have a peek over.
Okay, so yeah, like you can. All right, come on, cuddle up.
Yay.
And
I
with
kinda
that,
think.
this show passes the Bechdel test for the first time. Yeah.
So it's 10 till. Okay.
Dominic is snuggling with the cabot.
All of you.
It's my cabin.
I'm asleep. He just like.
Alice and Verity are awake. Damien and Dominic are asleep. You are awoken, though, by the sound of like a horn in your head. It
Ow.
like
that.
you hear like the horn. It waits about 5 seconds. You hear it again. It waits about 5 seconds. You hear it again.
Who did that?
Is this an alarm? Does anybody?
Oh, that
do-
is that hurts. That hurts my brain.
Why is it only inside?
Let me just write one more thing down.
Oh, it's so loud. Is this like a? Is it the type of? Is it like a blaring alarm, like a consistent sound, or is it like a if you don't replace the battery in a
Like
in
a
a smoke
trumpet?
detector after a while, and it just beeps once really loud every few seconds?
No, it's more like like.
Oh, is it? But we don't hear it like outside.
No, it's in your head. All right.
What do we get?
Also, you feel your bond stone warm up for a second.
Oh
I
shit!
think they're contacting us.
Did they get? They must have got the letter.
Message from the guild.
Okay.
We poke.
We're all in the
Yeah.
room together.
Beep.
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
Portal network down. Masters working to restore.
No shit.
Hold position. Defend assignment. Reports of Angel Stone exploding received. Use best judgment. Will advise as needed.
Is there like a name with it, or just the guild?
None. Like that was
None.
the 25
And
words.
they don't tell us if anything else has blown up or anything else.
But
Use
you know
best
it's not the
judgment.
letter because the token has not returned to its token or to the feather shape.
Oh, so they know. They know about it
Independently, they
happening
know there's an
bef-
explosion.
I just mean like
So that means there's more than one explosion.
they can corroborate with it's not. They're not just responding to us.
That means there's a bunch of explosions.
Yeah, at least.
We don't know how many.
Well, that definitely that saves some time from having to explain it.
Or is it they just know that one exploded and they can have some way of knowing that from?
Yeah,
I don't know.
from
Maybe.
the hub. Maybe they have like a way to visualize the entire network.
Maybe that's possible.
But no, they can't because they lost Good Hope.
Yeah,
they
that's
can't.
true.
That's true.
Because Good
They
Hope
can't.
could not have been lost if that were the case.
That's true.
Well then,
That's a good point.
then it must have been somebody else reported theirs blowing up or something.
That makes sense.
Unless we add to the conspiracy chart that like Good Hope is somehow anti of the whole guild.
Like different than all the rest.
Yeah, and so they,
Not like the
Well,
other
like
girls.
I mean, we actually do have that in the sense that like it is one of the older Angel Stones, one of the original ones that were placed. But like,
Mhm.
And also, speaking of that, what does it mean that one that was 300 years younger is the one that blew up?
I don't
So it
know.
might not be based on age at all.
Yeah, I don't think it's age.
Unless like it's like there's a difference in the way the process was done, but like it's really hard to tell whether or not that's a thing.
But wasn't the times moving backwards? It was so like the younger ones would be the ones to reconnect first, right? So it would make sense if it was younger.
Yeah, I think then the curiosity thing is that like if it was anyone that was younger than 600 years old, that's
That would be a lot of them.
yeah. So like
Yeah.
I'm not well. I don't know.
Well, at least it knows that they're looking into it. We know that they're aware of it and that they're investigating it. But so they probably told all of the active field members to stay put. So,
Mhm.
but like I don't know, best
I-
judgment.
Well,
What
and probably
can
the
you really do with
retired
this?
ones as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyone with a
Good
bond
point.
stone got this message.
Good point.
Well,
Suppose we pass. That's something new we can pass on to Belinda.
well, I'm gonna make coffee. You guys want some?
Yeah.
Damien, what time do you want to get started?
I mean, we can't start today. There's still a
Oh
minute.
yeah, this takes them 2 million years to.
I mean,
carve
they-
out or whatever.
There's wood. If you guys want to move wood over to the church, you can start working on the church.
Okay.
There's
We'll
like
do that.
3 days to like do all the milling, and then
Got it.
we're gonna move the wood around for you. But
Al, we can update Belinda the little bit we have.
That's a good idea.
all right,
Cool. And then, let's just finish up loose ends, and then we'll head out in 4 or 5 days.
Yeah. Should we wait to hear more, or should we not bet on it?
Well, we definitely gotta wait for Borum to get back too.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he'll come in, wherever we are, but still.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think the move is to spend the week building stuff, and then at the end of the week, we'll do my service, and then we can all leave.
How much stuff? I mean, I'll just stock up, and you guys can pay me back later, as far as rations and food and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we don't. Borum normally carry stuff with that crate of his, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll
sure,
be
Borum.
back before we leave.
you're.
Yeah, I've got enough
got
rations,
carrying
so it should be good.
capacity.
Cool.
all right. And I think that is where we will wrap for the week. However, one thing I did want to cover in our last 5 minutes here is between the long night, all of that, investigating Pine Harbor, freeing the kids, saving the woodcutters, and all of the excellent detective work that you've done here and there. Let's go ahead and level up.
I get dark vision.
No.
So,
Yeet.
level 5.
2 spells a day.
And thanks everyone who
Nice.
tuned in for us tonight. Sorry about the technical issues. We are
As always.
actively looking at a replacement.
And
for our
sorry
current
for
setup.
yelling, and that came out a little louder than expected.
No, it wasn't that loud.
And yeah, we'll be back next week at 7. Thanks so much.
Everyone.
Ciao.
Fireball!